Okay.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get here?
Oh, like 30 minutes.
Okay.
There's a little bit of traffic, morning traffic.
Oh, yeah, because where are you guys?
We're in the valley.
Okay.
And, like,
I love
you should move there.
that. Actually, we're kind of thinking about it.
You should.
It's like a little more central and all of our therapy is over there.
We'll prioritize your therapy, absolutely. Yeah.
All the therapy that we do.
Oh my God.
But how you've been like so busy.
So busy.
Also, I feel like I do such a bad job of introducing people. People are like, who the fuck? But I feel like everyone's gonna know you.
Well, they might not. Hi.
This is Natalie. And we met doing your husband's.
Yes.
And yours.
Is that how we met?
I think, did we meet before?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. Probably on the
But it
podcast.
feels like it.
It feels like I've known you for just so long.
For so long. We immediately connected.
Yeah, we did.
It's so much fun to talk to. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, I would die for you to come on.
Well, I'm so glad you're alive and I'm here.
Yeah, not dead.
Yeah, you're not dead. This is going to be so fun.
So fun. Okay, so where should we start? I feel like I don't know how you and Nick met.
You don't?
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I DM'd him on Instagram.
Oh my God.
I was living in Georgia.
You were living in Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh my
I was living in
God.
Savannah, Georgia. He was here and I was like scrolling on my Explore page.
Yes,
And
as
he
one
was-
should to find
As one
a
absolutely
husband.
should to find your husband. And he was there and I was like, this guy's kind of hot.
Yeah.
And so I just messaged him
Kinda.
and was like, kind of hot. And then I like forgot about it, went about my day. And then I was like, oh, hello. And he responded. And then we just like went back and forth. And then we started like FaceTiming. And then he was like,
Oh
I'm
my-
in New York in 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm also in New York in 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
And I bought a flight for New York for 2 weeks.
Oh.
and I went to go meet
Which
him.
is so real.
No, it was so real.
No, because the amount of times, like, either I've done that or thought about doing that. I'm like, who cares? They don't know the difference.
Exactly. I was like, oh, I have so many friends that have like work.
Yeah.
In New York.
Always work. It's like,
just
what
work.
work?
I literally was like, worked in a like corporate job, worked in a hospital. I'm like, I have
Yeah.
work in New York.
Yeah, they're sending me on a conference.
It's
For
a
the
big
hospital
conference. I have to be there same weekend as you. Yeah. And then did not do anything. Like was like, oh, I have so many friends. Didn't see a friend. Didn't do
No.
anything. Like just stayed with him the entire weekend.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, as you should.
And then it was
And that's-
quite the journey from there.
Okay, wait. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I get like, I'm scared we're not recording, but we are. Wait, okay, so what was the journey?
Oh, it was like
Crack a
10.
poppin'.
Yeah,
I'm
crack
gonna crack a drink.
Crack it open for this one. It was 10 months of me being like, I want to date you, and him saying no.
Oh my God. Wait.
Yeah. Even like, I would really like love to date you.
Yeah,
and
you're
he'd be like, you know,
why?
no. And I'd be like, okay. And then we'd go on about our weekend,
Right.
and I'd fly home, and then I'd be
You're
like,
like, no, actually, this is the exception for everyone listening.
yeah,
This is where delusion begins.
absolutely.
But sometimes it can happen. And I'm sure you were like picking up on like signs and stuff that he was giving you.
Well, it was just like I was also dating other people and he was dating other people and I was like
Okay.
open. We were both very like honest about that. And I was like, he'd FaceTime me and I'd be like, well, I'm getting ready to go on a date. He'd be like, a date? And I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see this guy. And I'd like tell him about it and he had no right to like be mad
Yeah, literally.
because he didn't want to date me. So
Right. You're like,
sorry.
This is on you.
I'm just gonna tell you everything about it.
actually genius. I was talking a little bit ago, like whatever, somebody called in and was like, how do I date multiple dudes? And I'm
God,
like,
fun.
yeah, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm like,
Ask the wrong person.
yeah, I tried it once and I got dumped by both.
No.
I only made it 2 weeks in.
No.
I know. I thought I was on top of the world. And
You're
then
like,
they
I'm the
both
baddest
dumped my
bitch
ass.
alive.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, we're done with you.
But I feel like I just like can't. Well, I feel like a lot of girls feel like they can't like think about multiple guys at the same time. But I think if,
Why?
right, I think if guys, probably society.
Okay.
I blame the patriarchy
Put in your notes
for
app.
everything.
Not that hard.
Just give it a shot.
Just try. Everyone should try at least once in their life.
yeah, just like do it.
Literally just do it. But that's what I was doing. And he was doing the same thing. And then
Did you catch feelings for anybody else? Or
kind of, but I always knew that Nick was like my like
End
top
goal.
guy. And so
Yeah.
like if he ever
How did no? He's
this just
disgusting.
happened throughout.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it does. Or he'll like lick the air.
Is that like a rat tail?
He's
What is he
deep
doing?
throating for the listeners. A part of a stuffed animal that was sewn in by his Debbie's Robbie's sister who watches him, her boyfriend. Big shout out to Adam making this disgusting toy.
Literally.
Okay, Nardo, please, you're scaring the guests.
Okay, please, I need to leave. What was I talking about?
Well, were you ever like? So I feel like dating other guys, it like helps alleviate kind of the obsession of the one.
Yeah.
Right? Did
Yeah,
it?
no,
Or
it did.
Okay.
It did. It gave me like something else to focus on, and they were all local.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to be like, oh, I'm going to go get drinks, or I'm going to go hang out and do this like with this other person and get Nick off my mind. And then Nick would text me all throughout, and I'd be like, I want a date. Would you leave me alone?
Yeah,
I'd be like, no, but actually keep texting me. Please don't stop. So
like pics from the date.
literally.
But
And then
you
I
probably love that shit because men love
are
things.
sick.
Yes.
Yeah. And then finally he was like, I was like, again, end of 10 months, I'm like, I really want to date you. And he was like, again, I'm just like not really there. And so I was like, okay, then fine, I'm done. Like, don't ever talk to me again. Like, I literally, I'm going to date these other men.
Right.
And he was like, whoa, wait a second. I think I'm in love with you. And I was like, well,
that took a 180.
literally. And
Well,
I actually
obviously.
found the screenshot where I'd screenshotted his text. And I was like on a trip with my sister, and he thought I was on a trip with a guy, and he like went insane. And he was like checking like Instagram, like who I like, what like followers and like,
Oh my God.
and he went nuts.
I
And was
love
like,
that.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. And we actually talked about this on our honeymoon. Full circle. And I was actually in Puerto Rico, and that was the place that I was at with my sister
Oh
when
my
all this happened. So it
God.
was so funny.
Yes.
And I found the text of like him being like, I just think if we're gonna say that like we love each other, then we should like
You're
try.
like, duh, bitch.
Like,
I've been saying this.
For
Yeah.
10 fucking
Don't
months.
make it seem like it's your idea, but okay.
Literally. And so then I was like, okay, well, when I get back from this trip, we'll talk about it, I guess. And I flew to LA to talk about it, and then we started dating. And then he was like, I'm actually gonna buy a house. Do you want to move in? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Shut the fuck up.
He literally.
Is that the house you guys live in now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
That's so crazy. Were you ever like nervous? I'm so avoidant that like I could never like make that big of a jump. I'd be like, holy fuck, this is too much for me. I gotta go away. Nardo, please, you're interrupting.
Do you want a mic? Sounds like it. No, I was definitely. I mean, I was like nervous to meet him at first, obviously, because I was like, this guy might be like a murderer. Like, I have no idea. And then like to move here, I was like, maybe I should get my own place. Like, it feels like crazy to move in with you.
Right.
And then I was like, oh my God, the prices of LA apartments.
Yeah,
I don't know if
you're
I
like,
should
okay,
do
maybe
that.
I should move in with you. You're like,
Yeah.
do you have a house in the back?
I was like, can we like split a rent maybe?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to keep my place in Georgia.
Yeah.
And let the lease run out, and I'll just visit here for
Yeah.
long periods of time.
Smart.
And that's what I did. And then my lease ran out, and then I was like, okay, I guess we're kind of stuck together.
Yeah.
And
Forever. And how long was that? How long have you guys been together?
almost 4 years.
Okay. Yeah. That's a long time. But for some reason, I thought it was longer.
Okay. Well, I mean, we met in 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
Which feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, it really does. With the pandemic.
Yeah.
And how like, so there's an age gap, which I know people
is.
love to talk about. Sorry, me bringing it up.
No.
But also I feel like, which also I want to talk about, but it's like you kind of came like from not a lot, right?
Oh, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, from not. Okay, I'm like, I don't want to totally say, but you said, I'm like, okay, you came from nothing.
It was a little something. I was like completely broke.
No, but I was. Mostly. Yeah.
No, but I was. Yeah.
You're like, no, actually.
I had actually nothing, yeah.
But I feel like that like matures someone, you know, like I feel like you read so mature. So when I found out your age, which I don't even know what's your age. How old are
I'm
you?
25.
Okay, yeah, yes.
Halfway to 50.
Damn, girl, you gotta slow down.
I know, I've been trying. No, I think because like I dropped out of high school. So I was like I was the youngest of 7.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like by the
Of
time it was
7.
like of 7.
Are all biological?
No, 3. The older 3 are half.
Okay.
But I feel like by the time it was like my turn to grow up, it was kind of like, we don't really have time for you anymore.
Right.
So I feel like I kind of raised myself, and then I dropped out of high school, moved to New York at 15 and lived on my own to like pursue this modeling career.
Holy shit.
And I was getting like mugged all the time.
Yes,
and, like,
I remember you saying that. That's so
bills
crazy.
and like navigating Manhattan by myself at 15. So I feel like that really made me grow up really fast. And then I've just like, I moved back to Georgia to like finish high school, lived with my dad, who I like hadn't, like, we had the best relationship. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm dating this guy. He has a place. I'm going to move in with him. My dad was like, okay, cool. Bye. And it was just all about like surviving, I feel like.
Totally. Yeah. Which I think is also, it's like when you grow up like that, and have been paying your own bills, like you like develop a maturity about you that you're better off making your own decisions.
Yeah.
It's like, I get the topic of age gap and stuff, but I think it's just a little sketchier when somebody is like not having to care for themselves or don't have this life experience. And then I'm like, it seems a little more predatory, but it's like, if you could like, you knew what you were about, you were like strong in yourself and like grew up so fast. Yeah. So, and I'm sure also like coming from a place of such like scarcity, you would want somebody who's like in his career like Nick and has like dated around. Because I also have 2 points of view about dating older guys. Sometimes I think it could work out like you.
Yeah.
Because it's like they've been through it, and like they know what they want. And it's such timing for men, which is I think so frustrating for women. But it's like other older guys that we're dating, it's like they're older because they don't want to commit. And they'll keep dating and they're not going to like want to marry you and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is like hard to differentiate, but
not in my case. I mean, he told me for a long time that like in the beginning, he was like, my priority in life is children. It's like not marriage. Wow. And I was like, well, that doesn't like align.
Yeah.
I mean, like I feel like I was put on this.
No, he's like always getting right in front of the camera.
Okay,
look at his tail.
So sorry. Wait, why is it orange? Okay. I was like, what are you feeding your dog? It's neon orange. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So Nick was like kids, not marriage.
Oh yeah. And I was like, I feel like I was put on this earth to be a mom, and so like I want kids as soon as possible, but I also do want to get married. I want like that life, and I feel like Nick finally was like, no, you're right. Like this is exactly what I want too. But I had so many terrible relationships with guys around my age. Yeah. And it like from abusive to like anything you can think of, I had been through. And so I was like, you know what? I'm done with these guys my age. And I honestly didn't even know how old Nick was whenever I messaged him. I mean, he looks like he's like early 30s. Hello. Hot. I had no idea. And he was like late 30s when we met. So, I just was, my parents have an age gap. It's just like not that big of a deal at the end of the day. At the end of the day, like if it's legal, we definitely want it to be legal.
Yeah, totally. No, I feel the same. And everybody's situation is different, and like people are gonna have opinions and whatever. But yeah, I feel like, and you guys, when you've been together for so long, and now you have a baby, and it's like, and I feel like I've told you this, but you remind me of my cheer captain.
Oh my God.
Denver Broncos cheerleader captain.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, she was just like the best. I feel like she always had a sense of who she was, but like wasn't really like loud about it. Like she was like the best leader because she was so diplomatic. She like knew how to just like be really shady to your face.
Love.
Yeah, which I think is a great quality, but also just like didn't care, you know? And she always knew the same, like she wanted kids and when she wanted kids and like just had like a strong sense of like, what she wanted. And I remember, big shout out to Nikki. She moved to Alaska when she like left the cheer team, moved to Alaska with her now husband who they've been dating forever. And she was like, yeah, I want kids. And she had a huge savings. And I was like, do you feel, because she was pregnant and like wasn't working out there. I'm like, do you feel like you have to like pick up extra around the house or anything? She's like, fuck no, I'm paying half the bills. And I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like just like really strong in your womanhood. And me not even throwing that all, you're like me the same.
I'm literally like, yeah, same.
No, but I feel like you like remind me of that. Just like have a strong sense of who you are. And like, and even because I think me, like, not that I never not wanted to be a mom, but I never thought about it. So I'm like, I think this is my sign that I don't actually want kids because like I've never envisioned motherhood, but I do like women like you who are like, yes, this is what I want. I think it's like so true, and there's like a lot of power in it. How's it been going?
It's literally amazing. She just like belly chuckled laugh for the first time yesterday.
Oh my God. Please.
No, you're gonna die. I'll put it into the microphone so you can hear it.
Oh my God. It's literally like dopamine.
No, it is. It like everything about her, you cannot be sad.
Yes.
Because she's just so happy, and you just like, she smile like I'll have a bad day or like read some shit online, and then she'll look at me and be like, I'm like, oh my God, you're
like
right.
My whole world. Yeah.
Yeah, like none of this matters. Like you're the only thing that matters. And
no, take it from her. Oh my God. Yeah. I also just learned in therapy yesterday that like when a baby laughs and smiles like that, it's like you laughing back are giving them so much affirmation that they're doing something right.
Oh my God.
So it's like you're doing so much for her.
Doing so much for her. No, it's truly like it's better than I could have ever imagined.
Really? And like what way?
I mean, like I said, I feel like I was put on this earth to be a mom, but I like obviously never knew what my kids would be like. Mm-hmm. And she's the best baby. She like rarely cries. She's like, it's everything that you like are scared of. Yes. She's great at. Like she sleeps. She's like, everything's like great about her. Oh my God. And then doing it with Nick, he's so present, and he's so like he
sounds so emotional. I'm like, bitch, are you pregnant?
No, literally, I'm like, how are your hormones? Yeah, he is so
but
emotional.
But it's so sweet, like to hear, and I feel like it just shows like how present of a dad he is, and that's like what you want. I feel like dads are always up in the air. Oh, you know?
I know.
You like don't know what you're gonna get, but he's like literally like I listened to your guys' couple podcasts about like your wedding and your honeymoon, and then obviously talking about River and him just like breaking out into tears. He's like hops. Yeah, about you or River. And I'm like, oh, this is just what you want your partner to be though. Like he's so proud of you, which is, and I didn't watch his season, but I don't know if like that's how people really know him as like being super
either.
Yeah.
What I hear is that that's not the complete opposite, but he is like when like being loved by Nick is like he just has so much to give, and like his love is so loud. Wow. And I feel like that's something I've never experienced. Yeah. And so I feel so lucky to like be loved by him. And like we work so incredibly hard at our relationship. Mm-hmm. Like it's no relationships are easy, but we like really put in the work, and we do everything possible to have like the healthiest relationship. And so I feel like that's what's so important.
It really seems like it. Just even listening to you guys, on your honeymoon, Turks and Caicos. Terrible. But him. Wait, will you tell the story real quick? Just in case
So we had planned to go to Turks and Caicos for our honeymoon. Gorgy. We had like rushed a River's passport. My mom, like she had this whole like her
crazy
passport
that
was
she needs a passport.
Right. And it's good for 5 years. I'm like, at 5 years old, she's not going to look like this little baby, but like, but teach their own, whatever.
You're like using it. Like, no, it's by like 5.
Yeah, like, it was me. I was the baby. Yeah. So we rushed to get hers. My mom, like, we booked everything, and then my mom was like, oh my God, my passport's expired. She drove to Louisiana, like, to get her. So we had all of this, like, craziness with passports. And then we get to Turks and Caicos. And my mom gets through. They're like stamping ours. She stamps it. She hands it back. As she's handing it back, she's like, there's a tear in this.
How could she see it?
It was just like on the page that she stamped. And so she stamped it, and then she was handing it back. She saw the tear, and she was like, I'll be right back. She goes to this office. Me and Nick are like, what the fuck? So then she comes back. She's like, come with me. We go back. We go into this room with her. She's like asking me like, how did this? I'm like, I have no idea. It's like,
right.
I don't know. It's in a drawer in my kitchen. Like,
same.
It should probably be in a safe, but like it's in a drawer in my kitchen. Like I don't know. And so they're like, you cannot come into this country. Like you have to
like
get on
for
the
a
next flight back.
tear.
Literally,
like,
they're
please.
like, no, literally, they treat me like an international spy.
Yeah. Well, they're like,
are you? They're like, are you Mrs. Smith?
You're like, it's me, Edward Snowden.
I was like, fuck. From this little, it literally like, and so she was like, well, listen, you fly back, get a new passport, and then
stay on your honeymoon.
I was like, ma'am, I don't think you understand like how hard it is to get a passport in this. It's a week's process. I can't just go back like in like an hour,
right?
And get
you
it.
like find the other page and tape it together, and she's like, you can come in now.
I'm like, fuck, I just brought Scotch tape.
That's what we're missing. Do you have tape?
Do you have any? I'll just put it together. It was fine. And so she was like, you have to go back to the States, and we sat there for 6 hours, and there's like no AC. There's like 4 chairs for everyone to sit in. It's packed. It's a madhouse. River's like overstimulated. She's screaming, crying. It's like the worst scenario possible. And then our flight gets canceled.
So crazy chaotic.
And they're like,
when I
okay,
heard that
fine,
part,
we'll
my
allow
heart
you.
dropped for
no,
you.
when they announced it over the intercom, I'm sitting with my mom 6 hours later, sitting with my mom in this, like sharing a chair. Nick's pacing with River, like attached to him. And they're over the intercom. They're like, this flight has been canceled. And I'm like,
it's like worse to worse.
Like, we're gonna have to fucking sleep here.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I mean, the story does change, but I'm like, holy shit, how can it get this bad? What is the next 6 hours gonna look like? Like Hunger Games, anarchy.
Literally, literally. And so thank God that we did not have to. And they were like, we're gonna put you in a hotel room for the night. You'll have like temporary access.
It's like, if you can make this exception though, just make one for my honeymoon. Literally. Like, why are you picking and choosing Turks and Cakes? Who is the prime minister? Because I know that they're like cracking down, right?
No, they
on Americans.
are. So it felt like, honestly, it was probably better that we did not go. I like called my sister after and told her, and she was like, there's a U.S. like travel advisory for Turks and Caicos because they are like
finding anything to lock you up for.
Yeah,
what if they hate
Oh my God,
us?
could you imagine if I was in prison?
Yeah, I can.
Like, do this podcast from the prison.
You're like, Orange is the New Black. You're like the gang leader. You're like,
oh my God. I'm like, wait, I kind of like fuck with it in here.
You're making so much money.
Literally, I'm like sewing. I come out super fucking butch, like so like
bust head, tats everywhere. You're like, I'm your next girl, Gabby. I'm like, Nick,
Robbie. Oh my God, could have been me for real.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank God it wasn't.
We just went to Puerto Rico instead, and it was so much better.
Yeah, now I'm trying to go to Puerto Rico.
You should.
Yeah, but hearing Nick talk about it, he was like, I just need to like be a good partner, like stay calm. And he was like, I don't know, just hearing the way he was talking about your guys' relationship, it's like it really is a team. Like Robbie's always like, it's us against the problem, but I'm like, you the problem.
It's me against you, bitch.
Yeah, so what are we gonna do about you?
Fuck we gonna do? Yeah, no, it was the first time we were able to be like, oh, my husband and my wife, and be
that's
able to
what he was like. I just
term.
got to say wife so many times. I'm like, this silver lining is so cute.
I know, it was so cute. It was the first time we were able to be a family, and like, because we had to keep it together for our daughter. We had to like be there for each other.
And she sounds very intuitive. Like when you guys say like that she started crying, it was always in like a scenario of like panic and stress. Yeah, which is crazy.
She was like reading off my energy. I'm like, what? Back?
Yeah. Like, I'm not stressed. River.
And the River's like, our molecules are synced.
Yeah, because you carried her ass.
I did. I carried her for 9 months.
Yeah, fuck. How was your pregnancy?
Terrible.
Really?
It was like I was so sick in the beginning, and then I honestly had like a pretty good second trimester, and then third year just so large and uncomfortable, and like you can't sleep, you can't do nothing.
Literally.
And it was pretty hard. But delivery, like I would deliver a baby over and over and over and over again. Like, can I deliver your baby?
Okay.
I would love to. Like, you can carry it and then like put it in my bed, and I'll just
Oh my God, crazy.
Crazy.
So I went to midwifery school for a year and a half, midwife. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Some people are like, what's midwifery? I'm like, oh my God. Which they get a bad rap in this country because people they're just like a nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
But we talk a lot. You had River vaginally, right?
I did.
Yeah. There's there is, which I understand, like women have to have C-sections, like if things go wrong, and stuff like that. And I like don't want to shame anyone, but I feel like childbirth, which we've learned about, I'm like, this is coming from a credible place, please.
Yeah, she's a nurse.
Yeah,
She's an
bullshit
RN.
most times. But it's like whatever. In the States, we don't use midwives. Being pregnant is like a business now. Surgeons will like schedule C-sections that, some women don't necessarily need. But when you have it vaginally, you do. And I'm sure maybe you get some rush of hormones, like having the C-section. But I think with like the pushing and stuff, and all the hormones are meant to help you forget and make you want to have a baby again.
Yeah.
And it is like, I've heard that it's such a euphoric feeling.
No, it was insanely
Really?
euphoric. Yeah, it was and I still remember it like vividly.
Oh my
and
God.
I think because I enjoyed it so much, like it wasn't like this, you hear it's like screaming and like it's just like painful. I got the epidural. Hello. And like, if I could get that.
You're like, what I'm actually talking about is the epidural.
That epidural. and they have it on like a
you're like, you're like,
get over and over again.
You're not breathing.
They're like, the baby's out. I'm like, it's just a little bit more. It was honestly, and I feel like I was so scared to get the epidural because you hear it's like this massive needle in your spine.
Right.
Oh my God.
You're like, come on.
Nothing. I'm like, bring it in another one. And like the IV in my wrist hurt more.
Oh my God.
Like it was nothing.
Pussy bitch.
Literally, like anyone who says that it hurt, that you're no, it was so, I was so scared of the epidural.
Yes.
And he did it and I was like, oh. Okay.
You're like, damn, why don't girls do this more often?
You can't get this at home. Woo. It was great.
It's probably too early to think about, but would you like do another?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'll do him. I'll do yours. I'll do Nardo's. I'll deliver anything.
Dog. It's like, bitch, you should be in jail.
It's getting awkward. No, but I would. I like loved the delivery so much.
Oh,
and I feel like a lot of
incredible.
people, it's the opposite. Like they love being pregnant and they're like, oh, delivery's scary. But
yeah.
no, I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's so different, but yeah, it's like it is natural. Nardo.
Please.
Can
make it about you.
Literally always. Then he just walks in the other room. He's
He's
like,
I'm gonna go
"Fine,
sit on this
fuck
neon
you."
orange rug again.
Sit.
Sit and just lay down, would ya?
You can't. Okay.
Okay.
Stare at me. What else? And breastfeeding's been fine.
Breastfeeding's been fine. I like have this crazy overproducing right boob and like nothing comes out of my left.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so it's like very like lopsided, and I look into the mirror. It's quite jarring, I'll be honest with you.
It's like a gallon and a half jug. Like
literally, it's extremely jarring.
Yeah.
And I used to have like a very, very perky boobs.
Yeah.
And now not so much. And for like anyone who would be like, she had breast implants and she's lying about it, like I would just like to show you my tits now because they're like I'm like, who had breast implants?
Yeah.
They're down to my ankles, bitch. So that's been like really fun to navigate as a 25-year-old, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's great. Like I thought about it the other day because I was like, at some point, like I'm gonna have to stop breastfeeding. I can't do it forever, unfortunately.
Yeah, River's like 10, like mommy.
Yeah, it's gonna get weird at some point. But I was like, that's gonna be so sad. Like, to make the decision to stop breastfeeding and then to think like she'll never do it again.
I know. I feel like it is kind of like a pivotal and hard thing to come to as a mother because it is so bonding. And you kind of like,
and no one else can do it.
Exactly.
And like it's the one time where you can like just sit and like you don't like you can't do the dishes, you can't you can't do anything else.
Right, you're like, I just need a break.
You're like, I'm just sitting in this recliner and like like it's great.
And I'm giving her life.
I'm literally giving her life. Nourishing.
Nourishing.
And it makes us so close. I love it so much.
No, and it is. It's like so empowering, I feel. Like obviously still pissed that the nipple is sexualized. And it's like,
same.
Yeah, because your mama's boy looking ass
was
dependent on it. All of us were like, it really is. Which I get it, whatever, it's society, like boobs are hot, but it's like that
not mine anymore. Not my
I guess they are. But I feel like that would be like hard kind of to deal with. You said like as a 25-year-old woman, but it's like
it's also, I mean, we've been on so many flights and I've like had to nurse her in public, which I never really had to do before. And I mean, I don't like look around as I'm doing it, so I don't know if anyone's trying to make it weird, but it is like this, you feel like I'm feeding my baby, like there is no other option, like I have to do this, but then in the back of your head you're like, is someone gonna make this weird? Like is someone staring at me, or like is someone like sexualizing me, like is this or someone pissed at me, like you do like weirdly think of other people's opinion as you're doing it.
I'm sure. And it's like just our culture, because I'll go out on a limb and say that in like Sweden it's probably not like that, where like the patriarchy isn't as prevalent. It's like it really is just a way to like feed your baby, give life. Like there's no need to make it weird, and of course you have to do it in public places. Like you're not gonna hide in your home the whole time.
It's like everyone was so mad at me for my reception dress.
I know, that was so fucked up. I saw pictures of you. I'm like, she looks gorge. I didn't even think anything of it. And then I think I looked at some of the comments and I was like taken aback.
It was crazy.
Yes.
It was so crazy. It was like.
So people were like coming for you.
Yeah. So I had a dress change for my wedding, and it was like this corseted, like it was a custom made dress. And as the night went on, like my boobs got bigger, because when you're breastfeeding, I don't know if anyone knows this, but your boobs fill with milk. And so they do get bigger. And so like when I first put the dress on, like everything was normal. It like fit, and all of my like tailoring sessions, like we tailored it, everything fit. And then my boobs got bigger, and it's a corset. So like they really like, they were sitting up, out my chest. And they were definitely big, but like, no one made it weird. Everyone at my wedding was like, you're a mom, you're breastfeeding. Like, no one's making it weird. And then I posted the photos online, and everyone was like, this is so unclassy. Your boobs. Like, this is disgusting. How dare you? So weird.
It's so fucked up. And again, it's like, I think I like felt for you, because I'm like, holy shit, not on your wedding day. It's like, and you just like objectively looked hot as fuck and gorgeous. So like, why are we trying to like bring you down in any kind of way? And like, tits are a thing. Again, like we've sexualized them. Like people have different sizes. Like especially when you're breastfeeding, it's literally science. It's extra fluid. Like it's gonna be okay. It's it's not like you're out to get anyone.
Right.
Like it's literally your baby. But I feel like Instagram is quickly turning into Facebook. All of the boomers are like in the comments.
They are.
Because I feel like this stuff just doesn't nobody really cares. But it's like the things I have to think about. But it's like I feel like the comment section are just like kind of out to get you instead of like, and I feel like it is kind of a boomer trait, like they don't understand. Also, it's like coming from women, which I think is so sad.
Crazy.
And like internalized misogyny. I'm gonna get into the fucking weeds here.
Get into it.
But when I was like researching what the patriarchy does to our brain. First of all, it makes it thick.
Okay,
it
she's smart.
makes the walls thick, which is not a good sign. But there was some kind of study of like slut shaming and like very simplistic terms. And the women, which this is all, I'm not saying like every woman is like this. I'm not saying the people who listen to the podcast, but it's like the women who kind of were quicker to judge other women based on their appearance and like say that because they wore tight clothes or whatever equated them to have like lesser morals. They were kind of dependent on their husbands. So I think it's just internalized misogyny.
Yeah.
And it's like, just because, which I'm not saying anybody listening to this is like that, but just because you have big tits doesn't mean you're coming for someone else's husband.
Yeah.
You know, like
what?
actually it's on your wedding day and you're like hot and gorgeous and like it's just like, I guess, and it's really sad because it's not the women's fault. It is literally, it's always the men's fault. It is the patriarchy that got us here. But it's like, we don't like, shut the fuck up. It's like, we don't have to be like that to other women.
No, 100%. It was like, I didn't even think about it. Like, no one at my wedding said anything. Like, it was not a thing until it was posted for the world to see, and the world gave me their opinion. And it was like, I never even, like, literally, it was never even, of course, I was like, oh, I need to go pump. Like, I'm feeling engorged. My boobs kind of hurt. But it's like, I'm having fun. Like, it's fine. It'll be okay. And then that's like, honestly, after that, I just stopped reading comments because I was like,
that's what you have to do.
This just like ruined
thanks
it does
so
kind
much. Of send you in a spiral. Whether it does. Like, I know. I want to say like, and you have. I think we all have different relationships with it at different times. But it's like it's such a big day. It was obviously those get a lot of engagement, which low key I'm like the more hate I get, the bigger the post is. So it's like you know. But no, it's just like it sucks that it kind of was like a little bit of a film, like a cloudy
that
film
was the
on your
topic
day.
instead of like oh they got married. It was like oh my god her boobs.
Yeah. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Leave my boobs alone.
Right.
They're literally feeding my daughter.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Which we all did. Like, all of our moms had big tits at some point.
Exactly. Even if you were formula baby, your mom still had big boobs.
Yeah.
Okay. It's science.
Literally. Wait, so did you drink at your wedding?
No.
Damn.
I did not. I know. We had like a champagne tower and I like had like a sip of champagne for like the photo, but I didn't drink. And honestly, I'm not a big drinker in general, like even before I got pregnant, but I was like, it's just, and you know, everyone's like, you can pump and dump. Like I don't have the production to pump and dump. Like I'm not like, it would like
milk lady.
it would kill me to have to like pour milk down the drain. Like I just can't.
You're like, this is
it's
gold.
literally liquid gold. Like I just couldn't do it, and so I was like, it's just not worth it to like for a margarita, you know, to like have to throw away all this milk for 24 hours for it. Like I don't know how. And then I was like, when do I know when it's out of my breast milk? Like it was just too much to think about. So I was like, you know what, I don't need to. Nick didn't really either, and so we just kind of had like a sober wedding. But everyone else around us was fucked up. Like everyone that I talked to was like, no, that was the drunkest I've literally ever been. I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So happy for you.
One time my mom got my sister drunk as a baby because she didn't dump and my sister's eyes were rolling in the back of her head and my mom had no idea what was going on and took her to the hospital. They're like, your baby's drunk.
Stop. What do they have to do? Just like wait till she like peed it out or something?
I think so. Yeah, she's okay.
She's like fine, I guess.
We
definitely like blame everything that's wrong with her on that.
On the drunk baby.
She's fine.
Was there any like mess at your wedding? Like, is there any goss?
Like, the hairstylist who left.
Oh my god. Oh yes. Wait, that's so crazy. Would I know him? I'm like, is she gonna say the name?
You can like bleep it if you want. But he was like a friend of mine who's, you know, I invited him to my wedding as a guest. Yeah. And then was like, also like, would love for you to do my hair if you want, but also if you like just want to be a guest, totally understand. And he was like, no, I would love to do your hair. And I was like, okay, cool. And it was like this big thing about like negotiating like his team about like posting and like he was doing like all these brand deals like on my wedding, and I was like, it like involved interviews, and I'm like, I'm not working on my wedding. Like, I'm not doing all of this.
This should have been taken care of before.
Yeah, like this should not be a conversation we're having 1 week before my wedding. This should have been like 6 months ago when I asked you to do my hair. You should have been like, hey.
Oh my god, this is the worst part about Bernie. Besides his
that was like a howl.
No, he's a hound dog.
A hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. Fun. What was I about? Yeah, so okay. Are you not scared he's gonna like knock over a camera?
They're pretty agile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know listening to that, I'm like, it is such a thing. I feel like trying to do business, which it can get, because I've been kind of, I mean, I guess not fucked over in the same way, but there's definitely like gray area that I think as whoever we would be, the consumer maybe, you feel uncomfortable being like, or it's not even on us. I feel like it's on him as the provider to be like, this is my rate ahead of time. And these are like the expectations, or if we're going to do a brand deal, but then it falls on you.
Right.
But it's like, why do I feel like I have to like hound you, a friend, for information that you were not giving me, and then you're going to hit me with the bill?
Exactly.
Like, there's just so much.
And like, listen, I want everyone to get their bag. Like,
Yeah.
I support, you know, whenever I was like, I want you to do my hair, he's like, and I'll just get a brand deal, and that way you don't have to pay me. I was
So
like,
did he get a
get
brand
your
deal?
bag. He got a brand deal, but the brand deal entailed, which I found out 1 week before my wedding, like 20 different things. That's exaggeration, but it was a lot of things that like included me.
And he didn't
stuff
tell
I
you.
had to do, and he did not tell me.
That's
like
psychotic.
It came from like his agents to my manager, and like it was this huge like weird. And then it was like I called him like, what is going on? And you know, I was like, I don't. You know, if you would have told me this months ago, we could have figured something out. But like 1 week before my wedding, like I don't want to work. I don't want to do all this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not comfortable with it. I'm so like, again, I want you to get your bag, but like we should have talked about this. And so then he was like, okay, well, fine. I'll scratch the brand deal, but my rate's $2,500. And this is 2 days before my wedding. I'm like, I don't have $2,500 to give you.
Right.
Like, he's like, well, that's my rate.
That's
I'm like,
a big out-of-pocket cost that you're not planning.
no, that I was not planning. And he was like, that's my rate. And I'm like, if you would have told me that was your rate in the beginning, I would have been like, love you so much. Pop off that that's your rate. I can't afford it. Still come to my wedding. I'll just find someone else to do my hair.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not what happened. And so night of, he's like drunk. And I find out from so many other people, like stuff he was saying to my guests. Like he was like telling my guests, like if he was mad at his boyfriend, like he wouldn't wash
his dick, his butthole.
Yeah. like okay, like pop off, but like my like friends from home don't need to know about your like it's just like feels inappropriate. I don't know.
Yeah, why are you like saying that information to strangers? You like want to know a fun fact? This is like small talk for him.
Exactly.
But he was like beyond fucked up. And so then like when it came time for him to do my hair for the reception, he like was nowhere to be found. And then my like planner finds him and she's like, hey, Natalie's changing. We need you. And he said, no, I'm eating. Which like, I would like to get back to my wedding and we're literally waiting on you. Right. I
so
would like
that's
to eat.
Bizarre.
And I would never, if I was on job and somebody was like depending on me for something, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Okay, I gotta go.
Yeah, no, but he's like, sorry, I'm eating. And then finally gets up there. He walks into the room and it's like a room, like my daughter, my like our best friend who's watching her. It was a room full of women. Yeah. And he walks in with like his pants unzipped, unbuttoned, like shirt untied. He's like, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I was pissing. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, can you not? So then I can already tell. I'm like, oh boy, like this is okay. And then he's like asking for drugs. I'm like, what is going? Like, no one has drugs. Like, can you just do my hair?
I hate it when people like fiend for drugs.
Weird.
It's like, why are you going out of your way? Like, if you need drugs that bad, bring your own.
Bring your own.
Yeah, be the supplier.
Don't ask the bride for drugs. First of all, like in front of my daughter. Like, sorry, don't have any for you. Literally, like what? Yeah. It was so strange. And then he did my hair, and it was like fucked up. It wasn't good. It was bad.
So fucked up.
And he was like, okay, you're done. And I stood up and looked in the mirror, and I'm like, there's no way you're gonna let me go out there looking. Like, are you for real right now, or is this a joke? Right. And I took it out, and after that, he was like, literally, fuck you. This is bullshit. Like, fuck you, fuck Nick. Like, y'all discounting my rate. And I'm like, huh? So then I was like, leave. Yeah. Get off my property. Like, get out of here. Him and Nick, like, argued for a while about it. Like, Nick was like, she needs someone to do her hair. Can you please go in there? And Nick was like, you're so fucked up. He's like, I'm a guest. And Nick was like, well, then what is it? Like, are you a guest or are you working? Because, like, if you're so pissed about this rate, then why are you here as a guest drunk off your ass? Yeah. Like, what's going on? Choose one. And so, yeah. And I haven't heard a peep since.
I was going to ask.
Nothing.
Oh, such bad business, which is like Yeah. Why are you like that? It's like, at least if this is your business, you probably run on word of mouth and like just keep integrity in it. I mean, he seems like he has other issues.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't make it okay.
No, and that was like really, I mean, I was like sobbing like on my wedding
Yes.
day, being like, who's gonna do my hair? And like at the end of the day, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like my makeup artist stepped up, and her and like my friends like rallied and got my hair done, and it looked better than mine. But it was just like, why do that? Like, why?
Right.
And it was just like, there were so many things that I feel like we accommodated him on. Like he brought like a +1, a friend of his, like not a partner, not like a friend that I'd never met, someone I didn't even know. I paid for his hotel room, like for him and his friend.
Yeah,
like,
and for the flight.
and
you
for
said,
the flight. Like, yeah, like we accommodated him in so many ways that like it just felt really shitty to like have my friend do this to me on my wedding day.
Yes.
So that
Oh,
was
that's
one
awful.
big hookup for sure.
Fuck.
One big hookup. But then we went back and like we literally partied and had the best time until like 2 a.m. I was dead the next day. But us, we weren't.
No. Yeah.
Sorry.
Because you're like sober. But and probably people feel like they don't like get drunk on their weddings. I feel like because there's so much like going on. But then you guys didn't even have to like whatever. You were just like high on a good time.
Exactly.
Couldn't
and I
be
feel like a lot of
me.
people are like, oh my God, it was such a blur. Like we blacked out. We don't remember. It was like not us. Like we were like, we had such a good time. We remember everything and we experienced it together. We weren't like we made it a point to stay together the whole night. So it wasn't like, wait, tell me about like your experience at our wedding.
Yeah.
You know, it was like we saw everything together and we like would disappear and we'd go like have a moment by ourselves a couple times throughout the night. So I think we did it right.
No, totally.
So if anyone wants advice for your wedding, here it is. Yeah.
I know. Even thinking like Robbie is so down bad. She wants to get married like tomorrow. I'm like, holy shit. Why you love
you're the
me?
one. She's obsessed with you. It's so fun.
Yeah. She's like, I know a guy. I got a guy in the gem business. I'm like, babe. And like maybe in like a year, like I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. Like within, the year. And she's like, are you getting cold feet? I'm like, cold feet?
Are you? Are your feet cold?
Well, they're warm as fuck.
Hey, then what the fuck are we waiting on?
Yeah, literally,
go.
like tomorrow.
I want to go.
But yes, I know. So we think like it's just fun to talk about. How did you, Bernie? See, he's a pervert. Literally have to blur that. Oh my God.
Do that in your own private area.
Yeah, disgusting.
He's like this.
Yeah. No, his
Side-eye.
eyes are so crazy.
He's giving drama.
Yeah, it's so drama. Nasty drama.
Nasty.
How did you get like, well, we're like, I don't know what kind of like wedding we want, like maybe intimate or maybe even like get married at the courthouse.
Cute.
Yeah, but also like want a party.
No, yeah, I feel like that's honestly like really smart to do it at like a courthouse wedding and then just have like a massive party.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
so
disgusting.
Expensive. How did you guys like, who paid for it?
Nay.
Did he? Yeah, that's how we are too. Like our parents probably aren't going to help.
Oh no. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like you are marrying someone that's from poorness. So, but my dad did, because it's typically like the dad pays for the wedding for the daughter. That's typically how it is. But my dad did buy us a Breville machine, $1,000.
Oh.
I know. It was the most expensive thing on our registry.
Oh my God.
I said, you don't have to pay for our wedding, but you did pay for this.
Give me the Breville.
Okay.
Is it a Bambino? No.
Don't know what that is, but
That's
it's like
mine that's
touchscreen.
broke.
Oh,
do you like
it's
it?
hot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to return this one.
No, yeah, you got to get rid
and
of
get
that.
us a real one.
I was going to have a cup of coffee on this, but I don't, obviously. I have this.
I offered a cup of coffee before, and
but
we're on a time
this room temperature Aquafina water.
And I'm
Not
like,
sponsored.
actually, yeah, it's broken, so you can't have one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's fine. You want, and let me tell you how amazing it's going to be. And then,
Yeah.
you can't have it.
What kind of milk you want? Just kidding.
You're like sugar, maple syrup, honey, vanilla.
And then I went back to the cup, and there was this much. It was like negative espresso. I'm like, oh no.
It's literally just the beans. You're like, so it's gonna be crunchy. You're gonna have to chew it, but do you want it?
Just like a pile of the grinds. Like,
Some milk.
Yeah. If you use your mind.
Close your eyes and drink it. Same effect.
Sorry, next time.
Sorry,
I'll
okay.
make you a cup. Let's see how we are. Oh my God, so good. But oh yeah, no, that's what we talk about too. You want to go for like 10 more minutes?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see what traffic's like on the way home.
Yeah. Also love your band.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was also kind of controversial for like no fucking reason. Like literally,
Your ring or your band?
No, my band.
I love your band.
Thank you. It was my grandmother's. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Heirloom.
It's literally an heirloom. And what's so crazy, this is the craziest story ever. You've literally never heard anything crazier.
Oh my God, tell me.
Okay. So I always wanted a thick gold band, right?
Yes,
like always,
love.
it was like my dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to like go pick out our wedding bands, and they like did not have that option. They were like everything they had was not my vision.
It wasn't
and so
thick
I like
enough.
it was not thick enough. So I literally settled. I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'll just like do these, like whatever. And it was like these two, like the top band, and then this one that I wear on my right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll just like settle for these, I guess, like whatever. And like love them. They're beautiful, just like not what I wanted. Anyway, so I get to Savannah, I get to my sister's house, and she's like, oh, I have like a pile of grandmother's jewelry we went through, and it was like something blue. It was like a bracelet, and then it was this gold band. And I was like, you're actually fucking joking right now. And so that's what I like got married with, and then I went and got it sized, and it's literally the perfect thing ever.
Oh my God, yes, it's gorgeous.
I know. When I told my grandfather, and he's like 94 years old, and my grandmother had just passed away in October, and so it was like still kind of fresh. And so I was like telling him, and I was like, and he's like,
You're like, but I got her jewelry.
He literally, he's like a little losing it, you know. He's like. So I was like, Papa, my band is grandmother's, and he was like, like took it, and he was like,
he's like, give me that back. All of a sudden, he has a moment of clarity. He's like, you can't have
it. Give me that ring. No, but he was so happy, and it was so cute, and so it's like the best thing ever. Now it's literally like what is it called?
ASMR?
No. Oh yes, that is like when the universe
fate.
It was fate.
No, literally, as it should be. It's
I know.
beautiful.
Thank
so what was
you.
so controversial about it?
Oh, because I posted a picture and there was literally a shadow. It was a shadow.
Yeah.
And I got so many messages, and this is another reason why I'm like, stop fucking reading shit.
Yeah.
Is people like the big black, like, because there was a shadow under my ring on it, so it looked like there was like maybe a black stone or like a black part in the ring. They're like, that's so disgusting, this big black part in your ring.
Disgusting.
Huh? I was like, first of all, it's my grandmother's, so how fucking dare you?
Right.
Second of all, it was a shadow.
Yeah.
Use your eyes.
Yeah, actually.
Put on your glasses, old lady. Sorry.
No, it's the boomer. They should stop. They get off Instagram, lose the message button.
They did not get the aesthetic. I was like, sorry, I brought down the exposure a little bit, and it made that shadow.
Right.
Oh my God.
You're like, it's a filter.
Literally a filter. It's Paris. Filter.
Because that rock's so big.
Okay.
Like,
It's weighing me down. It's so heavy.
no, I love.
Thanks. You know, like what type of ring you would get?
Robbie's like, I'm going rogue. I'm like, I don't know
Oh my God.
if you should go rogue. Like, I'd like to see. I love Emrata's divorce rings.
Duh.
Obviously, we're not in the same tax bracket.
Yeah.
But I love like the raw diamonds. So I'm like, okay, we'll see.
Do you like the different shapes?
I do.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cookie.
Yeah. You're quirky and different. Your house is eclectic. So your ring is eclectic. It all makes sense.
I'm eclectic. Your brain is eclectic.
Sorry, eclectic, Wendy. Yeah.
You're onto me.
I know. You can't hide from me.
No. It's like the ugliest thing you've ever seen. I'm like, baby, I love it. It's eclectic.
Same with like your nails. I don't know what's going on with that. Blur.
I know because I'm a lesbian now, so I feel like I have freedom.
You can literally do any color you want.
I can do
lesbian.
anything I want.
I
Blur. You want to talk shit?
don't want to talk
Say it.
I don't want to talk
You got
shit.
10 shits to talk. Say it.
I don't want to talk shit. I just am like it's
It's a
Easter.
choice. Yeah.
You know, it's like very like
giving
pastel
spring.
Easter. Spring. I would say spring.
I know. You know.
It was a good choice.
It's getting the job done. I've had him on for 3 weeks too long.
Oh my God.
It's the Russian manicure. They
I've
really-
had these are my wedding nails, so we won't talk about that.
Okay. Your nails don't grow?
Oh, they're absolutely growing the fuck out. Yeah, my nails are almost about to surpass the Gel X that I have on there. So yeah, I'll just have double. It'll be like this.
weapons.
Literally. Literally weapons. No, but that's disgusting. I need to get them off.
I know, same.
I also always feel weird when I'm like wiping my daughter's like butt. And I'm like,
you're like a little underneath.
Yeah, I'm like, are these
like,
are these sharp? I don't know what's going on.
Ouchie. I was like, ew, mama.
I'm like, honey, get used to it. They're nails.
Yeah,
You're gonna
have some. She gets jealous.
Also, her nails. her nails grow so fast.
Yeah.
And it's like they're so fucking sharp. And now she's in this stage of like grabbing like faces and stuff. Oh my god! And that like.
Really?
It's painful.
Back the fuck off.
I'm literally like, can you get a life? And then she's like, well, file my nails then, bitch. I'm like, oh my god, everything.
Like, okay,
for you.
let's go to the salon. She can't hold her head up.
Literally.
Love her.
Love her, would die for her, but she has very sharp nails. Which at the end of the day is my fault because I should be filing them more.
Right. But like every day.
Every day.
Yeah. It's
exhausting.
It's like all the folic acid or something.
Okay,
I'm making that up.
Okay, nurse.
I don't actually know.
Okay, well, it sounded like you did. Do you miss nursing?
You were surgical tech, right?
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
I do. I think I'll go back.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
I think I'll go back like once or twice a week. I like took my maternity leave and now I'm like, like I just want to.
Wait, were you always doing it up until you were pregnant?
I was like extremely sick, and so I took like that time off when I was really sick, and then I went back in my second trimester. I luckily have a surgeon I work for who's like very, very laid back, and he's like, yeah, whenever you want, come.
Yeah.
So it was very easy throughout my pregnancy to just like pop in and out.
Okay.
And now I'm like craving a sense of normalcy and like would love like just the routine of like getting up and going in and working. And
I think 2 days a week is perfect.
Yeah, if I could do that, that'd be prime.
Yes. So yeah, but you're on Viall Files a lot.
Viall
Files. What is even your last name? Joy.
Well, it's Viall now. Bitch.
Yeah, stupid
hoe. I actually need to go to like the Social Security office and change it, but that feels like a lot of fucking steps. So I'm just gonna change it on Instagram. It's like the same thing.
Duh, legal.
It's the same fucking name, right?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just telling everyone my last name is Viall now. But yeah, Natalie Joy Viall.
Natalie what?
Joy.
Oh, cutie.
Right?
But yeah, because I feel like you're on it a lot. I'm like, so you would stop kind of
like, I don't really care how mad people are. I'm just going to keep showing up.
Yeah. No, I don't. Are people mad?
I don't know. That was like, again, when I was like reading, I have since stopped. So if you try to send me something that's mean, I'm not going to see it.
No, here we're positive only. If you have shit to say, keep it to yourself. Only leave a comment if you like it.
Love the long-winded podcast.
Yeah, long-winded.
Long-winded.
That's how Siri calls me. She's like, Gabby Winday. I'm like, that's right.
It's kind of like,
French.
Yes. What was I talking about?
But you
being on the podcast. Yeah, people were kind of mad at first, like, oh my god, like, oh, doesn't she have anything else to do?
I think they're always mad for some reason, but
they're always mad.
Yeah, no, I think you're a great asset, a funny, fun voice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I feel like you're just a staple.
Thanks. I really love it. It's like really fun to like do with my husband, you know, and like we have a lot of fun. But yeah, I think if I could like change out like 2 days and like go work in surgery,
you guys are there every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
every day. yeah, we're there literally
at like
lot.
8 a.m.
Oh my god, it's very early.
No.
Yeah. And so I can't be away. I can't be away from River that long anymore.
No. Of course not.
Like now I'll record for a couple hours and I'm like, gotta get home.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Oh, totally.
We have like separation anxiety from
Bernie, please, you're gonna get kicked off. If you have anything negative to say, it better be about Bernie.
Yeah, not me, not Gabby, that one over there. And that weird toy that's got strings hanging off of it.
Yeah. When Robbie's sister watches Nardo, she's like, leave the bear at home. And I'm like, you got it, Miss Bear.
I guess.
I'm like, it's disgusting.
Does it get in your bed?
Oh, yeah, it gets everywhere.
Oh my God.
Oh, you can never.
I'm you chew on it? Do you ever like on it?
I'm like, my turn. We tug a war. I deep throat it.
You're like, I haven't been able to do
this.
I just need to feel something. Oh my God, hot. Can I take it home with me?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
River might like it.
Like, River, I have something else for you to gnaw on. Immunity. Been around the block.
Yeah, exactly. Rub a little.
We don't want no bubble baby.
No,
No.
we need a tough baby.
Yeah, we need one that's got all those like germs in her and stuff.
Yeah. We need a disgusting baby.
A disgusting baby with long fingernails.
Which I love the name River.
Thanks.
Yeah. Robbie, her I'm like maiden name. That's not right. Her whatever the name she was born with is Rivka.
Ooh.
It's Hebrew, so everyone calls her Riv.
Love.
Yeah, I know.
love.
It's my favorite.
Whenever we chose River, I was like, it's the coolest nicknames. Rivy, Riv,
Yes.
like cute,
Yeah.
cool,
Yes.
mysterious,
so
hot.
chic. Yeah.
So chic.
So chic.
She's
Baby
so cool.
Riv.
Yeah.
No, she's
Rivy
gonna be
girl.
the coolest.
And her middle name's Rose, so I call her Rivy Rose.
That's so sweet. After Gypsy Rose.
No, after The Bachelor. I named my daughter
Wait,
after.
no.
That's what people think.
Yeah.
I named my daughter after the show
That I
my
wasn't
husband
on.
got engaged to someone else.
Yeah.
I named my daughter.
Yeah,
after
it's
that.
very sentimental to me.
Yeah, it means a lot. I also have a rose tattoo, and for a long time people were like, "Is that rose red on the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I put it on my body forever to remember that time of life." Huh?
Yeah.
No,
What?
it's a family name.
Okay.
It's
Just
a
like the
family
ring.
Just like the ring, literally both after my grandmother. Sorry, I'm obsessed with her.
I'm sorry, not
Her name
sorry.
was Betty Sue.
Oh,
Betty Sue.
love that.
Love.
So when do you think you're gonna go back to work, or like?
I don't know.
after
He
summer.
he texted me on my honeymoon. It was like, do you want to come in tomorrow? And I was like, I'd love, but I'm currently in Puerto Rico.
I'm busy.
On my honeymoon.
Yeah.
And I was like, but when I get back, for sure, like, let me know whenever you want me and I'll be there. So hopefully he wants me.
Yeah. Oh my God. It sounds like he's gonna really want you.
Hopefully. I'm like a really good surgical tech.
I mean, I believe it.
I'm real
You're
good. I
like
got
the
real
angel
good
face
memory.
before they go to sleep.
Like, I'm like this. Bye bye, black sheep. Have you any wool? Like, sorry, I'm in my lullaby era.
Robbie stays in her lullaby era.
No, my lullaby era to River is like, this one is for the boys and the boom. It's like Nicki Minaj, like rapping, like walk, like my wet ass
like
pussy.
Suitcase. Yeah, and she's like with her nails. She's like bobbing.
Yeah, like those are her lullabies currently in this
No,
moment.
I love that because like, what is it like? How I feel like you guys are pretty open. Whatever. How do finances work with you? Robbie and I talk about it all the time.
We kind of we just got a joint account, obviously,
Okay,
because
yeah.
like we're married.
Because I think like your money should be your money, and
Absolutely.
his money should be your money.
yes, absolutely. My money is I buy a lot. Like, I'm home a lot more than he is.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I buy a lot of stuff for the house and like for River and like like
Totally.
groceries, like all that stuff
Yes.
like comes out of my pocket, but like the
Yeah.
bills and stuff is like more of a him situation.
Yeah,
Just
love
because like he
that.
did buy the house. Sorry if you wanted me to buy the
No,
house
so
and like
true.
contribute, then like we should
Robbie-
have done it together. But
Robbie
we didn't
bought a
want to.
house in like Arrowhead, and I'm like, love you, babe, but this is not my responsibility. I don't lift a
yeah.
fingy.
Yeah, no, fingers are down.
Yeah, she's
Ten
on the
blur
roof,
fingers
and I'm like, I
down.
hope you're okay up there. I hope you have a harness.
10 blur fingers are on the ground.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
this ain't mine, baby.
No, I'm not helping.
No.
But I do all of like the
Yes.
extracurricular activities.
Extras. The grocery
Extras.
shopping, the river shopping.
River shopping, grocery shopping, everything else shopping, for
Yeah.
the decor shopping.
Which is expensive as fuck.
It is. I feel like that's equal to like mortgage.
Yeah, if not more.
Like if you want to live in like a house that's not a home, then we can.
Yeah. And we can if you want, but you
We
don't
can if
want.
but you
And
don't
I
want
I
to.
don't want.
And I don't want to. I'm like, could you imagine this house without like all these little setabouts?
Not a set about.
I love setabouts.
Is that like an accoutrement?
Oh yeah. I don't like that word though.
No,
I like set about.
It's a set about.
It just sets about right
It's
there.
oh, that makes more sense than I thought. I wasn't really thinking.
Okay. Well, when you use that brain, it works good.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. Set about.
Okay, well, I love that.
Yeah. I'd love to hang out with you more if possible.
Yes, me too. I know, because I'm sketchy as fuck.
You kind of are. And like honestly, and I get it because like I kind of am too, where I'll be like,
Sometimes.
oh my God, let's plan something. And then like, oh,
Yeah.
I like literally like did not text anyone back. Or like you have to come to me.
Right, I know, especially now with the baby.
Oh, especially with
You
a baby. I'm like,
know?
no, I actually cannot leave my house. You have to come to me.
No, same.
So if you want to hang out with me, like,
you have to.
make an
But I
effort.
really do want to meet Riv.
You have to meet Riv.
Yes. I feel like the summertime.
Yeah. She's definitely like, she's ready for like tanning by the
She's
pool.
a summer baby. Do you
She's a
guys have
summer
a
baby.
pool?
We do.
Fuck yeah.
And a hot tub. And a
Okay.
projector. It's pretty iconic.
Oh my God, stop.
And a fireplace.
Oh my God.
Outdoor fireplace.
Oh my God.
We're
Stop. You
I know.
are rich as fuck. Okay, well, count me in.
And we have 2 dogs and you have 2 dogs. So bring your 2 dogs and my 2 dogs.
This one doesn't stay here. This one doesn't live here.
Oh my God. Cover your ears, Bernie.
He doesn't know that.
Oh my gosh. She's like, she's not mine. I'm not claiming this dog.
No, he lives outside. He doesn't live inside. He lives outside.
Could you imagine if Nara was like only outside dog? Like that used to be a thing.
No, it is on this block, I feel. Yes, in LA.
Called PETA.
No, I know because all these dogs, I'll walk them and out of nowhere they'll sneak and
No.
and I'm like, yeah, you've
Gross.
got to go inside.
Oh my God.
Like they can't be outside all
scary.
day. I know. And one of those dogs is Nardo.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Bye, bitch.
Fuck, that's my bitch. Look at him.
Oh.
Is it a boy? He's a boy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a gender bender.
I was going to say, I was thrown off by the pink collar, but like
Yeah.
I get it. Like colors don't have
you know,
genders.
yeah,
I get it.
exactly. Non-binary.
He's non-binary.
And it's Susan Alexandra for free. So if anything, he likes designer collars. So he's
Okay.
gonna wear
He's
whatever
bougie.
color. Yeah.
Bougie.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank
Let's
you.
hang out.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know where to find me.
Yeah. The valley
Come over.
with the pool.
With the pool, the woman, the pool, the house with the pool, and the projector.
And the projector and the baby.
And the baby with long nails.
I'm gonna be looking at her. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Natalie Joy 2 Ins2Js on Instagram and on the Viall House.
Every day.
And at for surgical tech. If you want surgery, I'll do it.
If you're in the need for any kind of surgery, I'll be there.
Any kind of eye surgery, I'm there.
It's an eye surgeon?
It's an ocular facial plastic surgeon.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
That is some kind of surgery.
Some kind of surgery. It's very scary. Very scary.
Oh, it was very scary. Well,
Very
thank
scary.
God you're in the room. Yeah, they take out the eyes.
Sit in there. Are you looking at me?
It's separate. Still following you.
Scary.
Yeah. So scary, but
So scary, but good for the soul.
and at least you're there. And if anybody needs something from you, be sure to go there.
Find me.
Okay, yay.
Okay, yay. Love you.
Love ya.
Love you. Bye.